2 consecutive World Cups, 2 catastrophic group stage exits. For a nation that once made the entire football world tremble, that's not a slump, that's a crisis. But Germany is back, and this time they're carrying Wirtz, Musiala, Havertz. Head coach Julian Nagelsmann isn't whispering his ambitions either. He's saying it out loud. We want to be world champions. So here's the question that matters. How many times have we heard promises like this from Germany? And can the Panzers finally deliver without a Sousa arguably their most gifted generation in decades? It too, team identity. Germany isn't just coming to this tournament to win a trophy. They're coming to reclaim their identity. It's been 12 years since that iconic night in Rio. 12 years since the world believed in that old football saying, football is simple. 22 men chase a ball for 90 minutes, and in the end, Germany always wins. That belief is gone, shattered by back-to-back group stage disasters that stripped away every last piece of that legendary aura. When Julian Nagelsmann took over the wreckage in September 2023, his diagnosis was brutal and honest. Germany needed a completely new identity to become a feared force again. His formula was written immediately: faster, more vertical, younger. The slow and suffocating possession football was buried. In its place, aggressive, high-pressing, direct passes, and lightning-fast transition attacks. The pieces to run this modern machine, they have them. But the real question remains, can this young squad carry that identity onto the biggest stage in football without crumbling under the pressure? 3. Team strengths. Germany's most deadly weapon at this tournament is their ability to present opponents with equations that simply have no solution. Nagelsmann's entire system of destruction is built on one triangle: Musiala, Wirtz, and Havertz. When all three are on the pitch simultaneously, Germany transforms into arguably the most dangerous attacking unit on the planet. And it's not just about raw talent. It's about how these three read each other instinctively. Florian Wirtz has evolved under Liverpool into a deep-lying false nine, dictating play from advanced areas. Kai Havertz, sharpened at Arsenal, has become an elite finisher who suffocates spaces inside the penalty box. And Jamal Musiala? He's the X-factor who exploits every gap those two create, capable of dismantling defensive lines entirely on his own. This combination is particularly lethal against deep block defenses that park the bus. Defensively, the rules are being rewritten too. Captain Joshua Kimmich may be listed as a right-back on paper, but the moment Germany have possession, he transforms into a hidden central midfielder. He's unlike any right-back in this tournament. Every time Kimmich drifts inside, Germany gain an extra station on the right flank, and opposing defensive shapes fall apart. 2 goals and 1 assist from a fullback position in qualifying? That's tactical genius made visible. In short, Nagelsmann's Panzers have become a team that hunts opponents down through relentless, high-pressing, vertical passing, and devastating counterattacks. This machine ran smoothly through the Euro 2024 group stage, and in the quarterfinals, they went toe-to-toe with eventual champion Spain. Now, who are the warriors built to execute this system? Here's the ideal starting 11. In goal, the answer hasn't changed in years. Manuel Neuer. Reliable, commanding, and still the safest pair of hands Germany have. Behind him on the depth chart sit Alexander Nübel and the experienced Oliver Baumann. At right back, there's no debate. Captain Joshua Kimmich is the man. The team's fullback by name and secret midfielder by nature. One concern though, Nagelsmann has very limited alternatives at right back, which makes keeping Kimmich injury-free absolutely critical. In central defense, Germany bring a wall. Antonio Rudiger, the Real Madrid colossus, who has made life miserable for forwards across Europe, is an automatic starter. Alongside him, the left-footed Borussia Dortmund defender Nico Schlotterbeck takes the edge, his natural foot giving the backline better balance. Waiting in reserve, Jonathan Tah, Malik Thiaw, and Waldemar Anton. At left back, Leipzig's dynamic David Raum is the strong favorite for a starting spot. His backup and wide alternative on that flank is the exciting young talent Nathaniel Brown. In central midfield, the engine room of the team, Bayern Munich's generational talent Aleksandar Pavlovic, acquired for 90 million euros, anchors the base. The experienced Leon Goretzka operates alongside him, capable of going both ways. The depth here is impressive too. Angelo Stiller from Stuttgart, Felix Nemesha from Dortmund, and Nadia Amiri from Mainz can all maintain the quality. And in tight moments, Nagelsmann can always turn to Brighton's Pascal Gross for composure and intelligence. Now, the attack, the nightmare unit. In the number 10 role, sitting at the creative heart of Nagelsmann's 4-2-3-1, it's Jamal Musiala. On the right, Leroy Sané, currently wearing the Galatasaray shirt, brings his pace and dribbling to unbalanced backlines. On the left, Liverpool's superstar Florian Wirtz, the man who makes everything look effortless. And waiting on the bench, ready to explode at any moment, is the dangerous Jamie Loveling. Up front, leading the line, Kai Havertz starts, a complete forward who has reinvented himself as an elite striker at Arsenal. If the game demands a more direct penalty box presence, Nagelsmann can call upon Stuttgart's Deniz Undav or Dortmund's explosive Maximilian Bayer. Newcastle's young forward Nick Woltemade is another hidden weapon waiting for his moment. Key players and the X Factor. The player who will define Germany's tournament, the man capable of shifting the Panzers into a higher gear, is no surprise. It's Florian Wirtz, elevated to world-class status at Liverpool and now valued at around 150 million euros. Wirtz is the undisputed creative brain of this squad. His qualifying numbers, 1 goal and 2 assists, don't begin to tell the real story. When Wirtz has the ball, time seems to slow down on the pitch. He makes the complex look effortless. Defenders can't anticipate him because even they don't know what's coming next. The formula is simple. When Wirtz is at his best, Germany are at their best. Now, the second critical name, and this one comes with a massive question mark attached. Jamal Musiala. During last summer's Club World Cup, Musiala suffered a devastating injury in the PSG match, a collision with Donnarumma that broke his leg and dislocated his wrist. The recovery road was brutal. Multiple surgeries, setback after setback. But in 21 appearances back for Bayern Munich, he returned with 5 goals and 5 assists, proving his rhythm hasn't deserted him. Still, Nagelsmann has been crystal clear. What matters is that he's 100% ready and playing at full capacity. If Musiala arrives at this tournament completely fit, he can single-handedly elevate Germany into true championship contenders. If he's not fully there, things get considerably harder for Nagelsmann. And the X Factor? Here's the tournament's biggest wild card. 18-year-old Leonard Karl, a teenager who pushed the experienced and established Serge Gnabry out of this squad entirely. Nobody saw this coming. But at a World Cup, sometimes all it takes is one single moment, one shot, one run that changes everything. And Leonard Karl has the potential to create that magical moment entirely on his own. Zatu 5. Weaknesses and risks. But every machine, no matter how well built, has a weak point. And for the Panzers, that vulnerability hides on the left side. When David Raum pushes aggressively forward to support the attack, and simultaneously the high press from Musiala and Wirtz breaks down, Wei Isos Uikandri, a massive gap opens up. The space between the left center-back and the left back becomes exposed, and it becomes dangerous territory fast. Teams like France with Mbappe or Portugal with Rafael Leão, sides who win the ball centrally and launch devastating counterattacks at pace, will be waiting specifically to exploit exactly this weakness. The scenario writes itself. Germany's press collapses, Raum is caught upfield, the gap is open, and what looked like a controlled game suddenly becomes a crisis. The depth issues don't stop there either. Kai Havertz, for all his growth and evolution, has never been a natural 9. His true game is built on movement, intelligence, and link-up play. The only genuine out-and-out striker alternatives are Nick Woltemade and Deniz Undav. Both promising, both exciting, but neither has ever felt the weight of a World Cup knockout game. If both Havertz and the returning Musiala are even slightly below full fitness at the same time, that fearsome attacking line can unravel rapidly. Let's be direct about it. This squad has no credible plan B. 6. Tournament scenario and prediction. Germany land in Group E of the 2026 World Cup alongside Curaçao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Straightforward on paper. No traps, no ambushes. A perfect 3-from-3 group stage exit is the only acceptable outcome for the squad. The real test, the moment where nerves will be genuinely tested, begins from the round of 16 onwards. Best case scenario. Musiala is completely free from discomfort, performing at 100%. Wirtz has rediscovered that magical Euro 2024 form. And Kimmich continues pulling the strings as the unsung conductor of the midfield. If all 3 of those variables align, there is no tactical reason why Germany cannot march to the semi-finals. Beyond that point, everything depends on the bracket, the matchups, and moments of fortune. My prediction? Germany will reach the quarterfinals. That much feels certain. But if they want to go further, to touch that trophy and bring it home, there is one condition and only one. Jamal Musiala needs to be healthy. 100%, no doubts, no compromises. So, what do you think? Can Julian Nagelsmann and his players finally break the cycle and bring that trophy back to Germany? Or will history repeat itself once again on the grandest stage? Drop your predictions in the comments. Where does Germany finish at the 2026 World Cup? If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel more than you'd think. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another tactical deep dive like this one. Until next time, stay in the game.